We're here at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in Mexico City, where Joey Trickle's going to be running the shell paint scheme, and it's not prevented him from being taken out by part Mexican and Goat, the Goat. Lesson of the day: changing your paint scheme does not make you any less acceptable to being taken out. That's the fastest lap in happy hour, and it's from the Goat, and I think you know what's going to happen next. No words were necessary there. None at all. Practice didn't go so well for Joey Trickle running the Shell Pennzoil paint scheme for this race, but it's happy hour. We're nearing the end of it. He's hoping to set a good lap time here. What's up, peeps? It's Anafuda. We're here. I'll let you figure out where it is. I mean, I'm sure you watched the cold open and the intro, so it's Mexico City. Yeah, it's Mexico City. Goat's on pole today. Yay! Yukio Hagiwara starts second after a surprising win in New Hampshire. Surprising is one way to put it, I'd say. Hidaka and Steve Morgan start in row 3. Behind them, Patrick Smith and Bobbin Flobo, Adam Lewis and Takumi Fujiwara, Eric Monaco and Hadakamami, Isaac Carter and Rupert Weissmuller, Derek Campbell and James Saunders, Parker Braxton and Jeff Lewis. Loose. It sounded like I said loose. Just another one of the exciting things about Hanafuda. Yuki Nagito, Hibiki Ganaha, Azasa Miura, Chihu Ko, Eli Bright, Ray Sir, and riding at the field, Joey Trickle and Jackson Carter Jr. So, without any further hesitation, let's just go. We're underway here at Mexico City. That's not a good start from the Goat. Here comes Hidaka. She's making it 3 wide as Yukio Hagiwara leads the field to turn 1. Oh, the Goat's managed to get a nose in front there, heading into turn 1. A bit of a lock-up on the brakes there. Hidaka still 3 wide there. Now with Bobbin Flobo and Steve Morgan. Patrick Smith getting caught up in a mess as well. Well, not only caught up in a mess as Hidaka takes a bit of curve. The Goat takes a bit of curve. People have lined up still in rows of 2. Here it comes Yukio Hagiwara on the inside, heading into turn whatever this is, the old 2008 track, and well, the Goats just managed to hold it. Steve Morgan is managing to keep Hidaka at bay. Here comes Hagiwara. The Goat goes a bit wide to that corner. Oh, he spun it right into the path of Yukio Hagiwara, and the Goats bottled it. He's in the wall. That's going to lose him loads of time. Oh, it's a disaster for him. And he's failed quite miserably at spinning back out to get onto the racing line once more, but that has lost Yukio Hagiwara loads of time, and Steve Morgan's in the lead now, followed very close by Hidaka. Bobbin Flobo running the inside. It's going to be 3 wide into Beldata. That's very dangerous. Beldata, one of the most well, dangerous turns in any circuit in the world. Still 3 wide of Hagiwara, Patrick Smith, and Bobbin Flobo. Looks like Bobbin Flobo is going to fall back a little bit, and actually he's going to let Adam Lewis by. Here comes the Goat. He's heading onto the front straight, probably at the middle section of it now, as Steve Morgan heads into turn 1. He's followed by Hidaka. Next is Yukio Hagiwara, Adam Lewis, Patrick Smith, Bobbin Flobo, Takumi Fujiwara, Hadakamami, Isaac Carter, Rupert Weissmuller. That's your top 10. Then there's James Saunders, Eric Monaco, Derek Campbell, Parker Braxton, Jeff Lewis, Ray Sir, Yuki Nagito, Hibiki Ganaha, Chihu Ko, Azasa Miura, Eli Bright, Joey Trickle, Jackson Carter Jr., and the Goat to round them all out. As Steve Morgan heads through the S's of this track. Not sure which sections of the track really they still use. They obviously use the front straights and the first turn or so, but then it kind of gets a little bit different here. Down this long straight to Beldata, they would have turned right now. by now and headed well past the baseball stadium. I believe it is a baseball stadium, and only got through about this half of the Penaltana. You kind of see the section right there. Hidaka looking to Steve Morgan's inside as Yukio Hagiwara heads into the pits. Here comes the goat trying to make up some positions there, fighting with Chiyuko. Ko's going to beat him to the line. Most likely, I believe he did beat him to the line. That's what it's looking like. We'll gloss over that and head back to your lead cars there. Steve Morgan doing a fantastic job of holding off Hidaka. Hidaka could have won at New Hampshire, but pitted late, and well, everybody pitted late, really. And in turns 3 and 4, was just barely beaten to the line by Yukio Hagiwara. Wasn't a photo finish like we've seen in NASCAR before, such as 2001 in Atlanta. But still was pretty close. Haven't really seen many close finishes like that in the Cup Series or in any of these series on this channel. More importantly, Steve Morgan is managing to increase the gap between himself and Hidaka. Let's take a look at your lap times and go with the fastest lap, of course. Hidaka, the second fastest lap, then Steve Morgan, Jeff Lewis, and Patrick Smith. Hagiwara, of course, running quite a bit of ways behind the field there after an early pit stop, and here comes everybody else around Penaltana as Steve Morgan's already about to cross the line there. There you go, cross the line. Lap 4 of 9. Wow, that rhymes. You want me to count how many times I've done that? I can't count the times. That was a pretty piss poor job. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner and sob. Wow, so we're really already up into 10th place. That's what it's looking like. He's got past James Saunders. Here he heads into his corner, getting by Rupert Weissmuller. And he's nailed that, taking up a bit of grass and curb while he's at it, running side by side with Isaac Carter. He's going to get by Isaac Carter. He's going to get by Takumi Fujiwara. He's going to be behind Hadagami and Bob and Flobo now, heading towards this back straight before the front straight. I guess you could call it the final straight. Well, this looks like a back straight, then a final straight. I guess you could say that. Oh, the goat's gone a bit wide there, and nearly lost control of the car there, but he's managed to get by Bob and Flobo quite successfully. Fight between Hadagami and Isaac Carter for 7th position. So that's to go into your top 5, right behind Adam Lewis and Patrick Smith. Who themselves are quite a ways away from Hidaka, who herself is quite a bit of ways away from Steve Morgan. These guys are closer to each other than this top. These 3rd, 4th, and 5th place cars here as the GOAT gets by both of them on the inside, and Patrick Smith was in front of Adam Lewis for a second there, but then he took up too much curb, and well, Adam Lewis is taking up quite a bit of curb there, and they're running side by side now. Once again, I think the modern racetrack actually turns left right there. You can see kind of where it would turn left, but there's just some blank space, which is a bit strange. Very strange. We're past the halfway point in this race, so we should be expecting pit stops at any moment. We also could be expecting is a bit of a shake-up between the GOAT and the top 2, Hidaka and Steve Morgan, though. Wow. There he goes. About to run side by side with Steve Morgan, heading down the front straight. Nope, he's going to file in behind. This suggests that Steve Morgan is managing to outpace him on the front straight into turn 1. Here he goes. Overtakes of the week from the GOAT. He's up into the lead, and well, his grandparents' home race. Give you that much. So he's part Mexican, so winning this race would be quite the achievement for him, the GOAT. Not sure if he'll be able to do it, though. Somehow I doubt it. It's probably going to be Steve Morgan or Hidaka, or even Adam Lewis and Patrick Smith. My voice cracked. You know what, I don't think my voice cracking registers on microphone, but maybe it does, and I'm just streaming it. Bob and Flo was running 6th, Takumi Fujiwara 7th, Fadagami 8th, Isaac Carter 9th, and Rupert Weissmuller 10th. James Saunders has been looking to get into the top 10 for a while now, but that just hasn't happened now, has it? That's the GOAT for commanding lead over the rest of the field as he heads into Penaltada. Looks like he's going to be heading into the pits. Let's see who follows. Into pit road here. Oh dear, there's been a massive accident. I think Patrick Smith started. Look at all the cars that are stopped there. Takumi Fujiwara, Hidakami, Isaac Carter, Rupert Weissmuller, Eric Monica, James Saunders, Parker Braceston, a bunch of others stopped behind them. Amami, Fujiwara, and Smith have been transported through the pit stalls. That was a massive accident. We gotta take another look at that there. Patrick Smith has the outside line into penalty. Well, Bandicam sucks and obviously doesn't really care much about this accident anyways. Saunders trying to get in front of Fujiwara there, and he hits the pit road wall. We've seen this at S.p.A, but here it's not on the same level, but it's clearly on high enough a level to cause a major accident. Patrick Smith's car went sideways. Takumi Fujiwara caught up massive contact with Bob and Flo, but Hidakami got lifted above the ground. Rupert Weissmuller for a second there. Those guys are stopped, and then yeah, Amami, Smith, and Fujiwara transported to the pit stalls. Bob and Flo managed to get by just fine. So did Isaac Carter, Rupert Weissmuller, Eric Monica. I don't believe they had damage. Everybody else just had to stop behind them, not least of which James Saunders, Parker Braceston, Derek Hamill, the rest of these guys. Glossing over that though, there goes Hidaka out. She's managed to get in front of Adam Lewis and most importantly Steve Morgan. Steve Morgan relegated to 3rd, and GOAT coming out in 4th place. Aguilar's in pit road again, not sure what that's about, but Braceston and Saunders exit out. Co, I believe. Did he stay out? Not entirely sure. It doesn't look like he did. It does look like he stayed out, but not exactly sure about it. Well, looks like Smith, Amami, and Fujiwara have retired from this race. That's their day over because of the pit lane wall, and Tagiwara stuck in pit road. I have no idea what that's about. But we'll gloss over that and focus on Hidaka, who's running in the lead now. She could be on to win this race. She's got quite a lead over Adam Lewis, who's running in 2nd, and Steve Morgan, who's running in 3rd, and there comes the GOAT. He could be on to win this race, actually. Could be any of the top 4, even though they're very well spread out. Never really knows. The GOAT goes wide, lobs up the tires, and hits the wall, heading into Penaltada. And he's not even on the racing line as he goes down the front straight. He's probably not going to get past anybody on the straight. Could do it in the turns, though. You can see the damage to his car. Quite clearly didn't spend enough time in pit road fixing it. That could affect downforce and performance in general, but again, just something to be glossed over as he... Oh dear, he's made contact. Steve Morgan into the wall, the tire wall, but oh. Well, actually, the top 4 are quite a bit of ways in front of the rest of the field. I keep saying quite a bit of ways. I don't even know what that means. I'm not sure if that's grammatically correct. Damage to Steve Morgan's rear end and his rear wing, but looks like he's going to hold 4th position there. You see Chihu Ko in the background there. Still quite far in front. Oh dear, contact with the GOAT and Adam Lewis. Adam Lewis has been spun as well. This GOAT is just barging everybody out his way. He's quite clearly determined to win this race. I guess Steve Morgan wasn't as determined to try to make up 3rd place again, as now Adam Lewis is going to be running in third, and here it comes to go around Pelotana. If I was Hidaka, I'd be pulling my pants. There she goes around Pelotana, down the front straight. She's going to be driving, the first to be driving by the white flag as it comes out. There it is, as Hagiwara exits pit road. You see her in front, right there, but that's the least of our worries, of course. The most of our worries, and Hidaka's worries, of course, is the goat is just locked up heading into turn 1, as he seems to have been doing every single lap of this race. That's what it really seems like. Hidaka leading this field. The goats, Adam Lewis, Steve Morgan, and Chihu Ko making up your top 5. Chihu Ko in 5th place, quite a distance behind the rest of the field. James Saunders and Parker Braxton fighting for 6th. Derek Camel 8th, Eli Bright 9th, and Jeff Lewis 10th. There's Hidaka trying to hold off the goats. So let's see here. Patrick Smith, Takumi Fujiwara, and Hadagami have retired. And Yukio Hagiwara's 2 laps down as well. They retired on lap 6, so it seems that Hagiwara would only be about to start lap 7. So looks like it might be last place for her, but let's see if it's first place for the goat. There he goes into Pelotana for the final time. Contact by Hidaka. She's been sent into the wall. He's been sent sideways, and oh, that was a horrendous overtaking maneuver. Did not go to plan in any way, shape, or form. And Hidaka is going to win here in Mexico. A well-deserved victory. That's some lovely stuff from Hidaka. She was racing quite well in the early half of this race. Couldn't get by Steve Morgan, though. Steve Morgan clearly outpaced her. There's the goats. Congratulating her. It seems that all was forgiven between them after the contact made it to Pelotana, but it does look like the goat's going to be storming off. A bit disappointed he didn't win in Mexico, but second place isn't too bad, I wouldn't say. I definitely wouldn't chalk it up to that already. Of course, the goat really wanted to win today. As always, he was fastest in practice, qualifying, and happy hour. But he's just going to have to settle for second place here. Hidaka wins today. The goat and Adam Lewis on the podium. Steve Morgan, who had a chance to win today, not even on the podium. Chihu Ko, 5th place. Parker Briggs and James Saunders, Derek Camel, Eli Bright, and Jeff Lewis. Rounding out your top 10 here, and the goats at the pit wall. Doesn't karma suck? Not sure if karma's real, but if it is real, it does suck. Can't cuss. Family-friendly channel. Eric Monaco, Hibiki Ganaha, Joey Trickle, Jackson Carter Jr., Isaac Carter, Ray Sturry, Kinagato, Bob and Flover, Ozzy Samira, and Rupert Weissmuller finishing on the lead lap today. Yukiya Hagiwara coming home 2 laps down. Patrick Smith, Takumi Fujiwara, and Hadagami got the brunt of an accident on pit road after Patrick Smith hit the pit road wall trying to get in front of Takumi Fujiwara. It's happened again. It's happened again. It's happened again. What's going on here? That's Jeff Lewis trying to get in front of Eric Monaco heading into pit road, and that's Eric Monaco getting quite a piece of it. Hibiki Gana has stopped there. Joey Trickle as well. Joey Trickle finishing 13th. He's been barged into by Jackson Carter Jr., so that Shell V power paint scheme does not defend well against being crashed off, and hasn't really improved Joey Trickle's pace. At least the pace car won't be lonely as we head over here. Hidaka ekes out a win at Mexico City 2007. No chicane. Oh man, I wish there was a chicane. I'll tell you which track has a chicane. Not Virginia. It just looks like it has a few bus stops. But Virginia is the site of our next race. Let's take a look at your standings. Jeff Lewis leading the points, followed closely by James Saunders, Adam Lewis, Takumi Fujiwara, and Eli Bright. Hadagami, Derek Kamelai, Hidaka, Hibiki Ganahan, Bob and Flobo rounding out the top 10. And the goats in 14th. And last, quite an achievement, Chihuko got 5th today, and that's the first time he's done it. As proven by his 24th place spot. It's been Hanafuda, it's been a time and a half in honor. And I will see you in the next video. Wow, I can't believe we have 5 events to go. Guess this series is ending pretty soon as well. Hopefully it'll be over by the end of September. Hell, even halfway through September. We're gonna knock off a bunch of events because I got a 4-day weekend. It's the stuff of dreams.